Hey, I'm Hailey.
And I'm Jessi.
And you're listening to
Personality Hire, the podcast where you may remember last episode, I said I was taking tennis lessons.
Yes.
Promptly after I made that announcement, my tennis coach texted me and broke up with me. He broke up with me.
I was not expecting that at all.
He broke up with me.
What?
Why
may I ask?
I have to read between some of the lines, but if I'm squinting, I'm picking up that my level of expertise is not a good match for his level of expertise.
But
and
isn't
that
the point?
I think he feels that, you know, he'd rather be working with people who maybe are a little more advanced, a little farther along in their tennis.
So he's not
career.
a good coach.
He's a great coach.
I'm kidding.
But I really just
defensive.
Sometimes in life you're redirected.
True.
And I have to take this redirection.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, I'll try to hook you up with another coach. And I said, don't bother, because I'm going to teach myself. I'm going to get on YouTube. I'm going to watch. I'm going to get on YouTube. I'm going to watch footage from Serena and Maria Sharapova.
Yeah.
Maria. And I'm going to see Coco.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at all those ladies and I'm going to teach myself. And I told him that too. Over text. I said, this stings. And he laughed and he sent me. And then, the one thing I didn't tell you about him
stings.
Was that
then he laughed.
Every time we would text, he would end every text with 2 emojis.
Are they the same?
Every time. It was like his signature.
Okay, what?
An angel and a tennis ball. The little emoji face with the angel halo above it. And then a tennis ball. And then when I told him it stings that he's breaking up with me, he did not send me the angel or the tennis ball.
Because that would have been inappropriate.
And then you know what I did to round out our conversation? I sent him he was trying to apologize, and all I sent him was a GIF of E.T. phoning home, and I said, call someone who cares.
Did you say that?
Absolutely.
I'm dead.
First of all, he knew what he was
so funny.
He knew what he was getting into with me.
Call someone who cares.
He's met me several times. He knows that I'm a Looney Tune. He subscribed to this channel. He knew. And so that was my parting words to him. I sent him a little GIF of E.T. phoning home, and I said, call someone who cares. If you don't want me at my worst, literally, you can't have me at my best.
At my U.S. Open.
So
if you can't take me as my stage level tennis 101, then you don't get me at my U.S. Open.
Period. So I really just wanted to set the record straight because I didn't want anyone. I know everyone was waiting for an update about how I'm performing.
On balls and nets.
On balls
just waiting.
And nets. On love and deuces.
Literally deuce.
To figure out how my tennis journey is going. And I got deuced out by my tennis coach.
He deuced all over you.
He deuced. he deuced. He dosed.
He dosed.
And he
took an incredible, a 50 milligram dose.
This man.
Which I imagine is a lot.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know math.
I don't know math either.
Sizes.
Either. But I just wanted to make sure everyone knew that. I felt like it was important. I feel like I need to keep my side of the street clean. And I want everyone to know. Something? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kind of scared to do it on pod, but aren't you doing a tennis tournament?
Absolutely. Let me tell you something else, folks.
I don't think they know.
Okay. So my pal Tiffany, she is a beast mode level tennis player. She plays often. She's good.
She has a book bag that has the tennis racket thing where you put your tennis. She has a tennis bag.
She's a tennis player.
Yeah.
And if you're from Atlanta, she plays in the Alta League and she's very good. And she also looks adorable in all of her tennis clothes. And she's legit though, beyond the looking cute in her tennis stuff. So she asked me if I would go and play in a fundraiser for our children's school and said, yeah, you'll be fine. Just put that you're this level in Alta. And so I took her recommendation and I put it in. After which I looked up what that level meant. And it means that if you look at the description of what this level player is, it quite literally says, can rally back and forth, has good grips on, the game,
can
whatever.
Serve. Yeah.
Can serve.
Yeah.
I can't do any of those things. So anyway, October 24th.
We have some time.
Do we, Hailey?
We have some time. Technically, we have some time. If you look at a calendar physically, you will notice
it's not tomorrow.
You're right. It's not tomorrow.
You're right.
It's not the next day.
But I did agree to do this. Not only did I agree to do it, I paid to do it. I paid.
And so it's a fundraiser. Oh, because you're paying to be in the fundraiser.
In the fundraiser because we're raising money for the school. So I paid to do it. And, I was using it as a way to benchmark my skill level.
Like, I'm going to get good.
Mm-hmm. And I'm still going to get good from YouTube University. YouTube. And also, my phone heard me, and my phone has been serving me a lot of content from Wilson University.
I love that.
So yeah, I've got a lot. This is a long road. It's a short and long road because we're in October.
Yeah, so it is this month.
I don't really know if I want to open it up to the public like this, but I'm going to. If you have any tips,
I know a tennis coach that takes on novice.
Do you play? Cool. You know how to play tennis?
I do.
Invite me to your court. And let me practice.
We could go play over there.
I know.
We can make a whole YouTube. And if you want to subscribe to YouTube, we'll put it on YouTube.
We will put it on. I'll put it up anywhere.
Yeah.
Because we all have to start somewhere. I mean, the racket that I have, could I use a better one? Yes, I could. I'm
not a professional. Mine's a Target,
Yeah. And
I used that when I actually played tennis. I used a cheap racket because my dad used to say, like, you get good, you get a bobble.
Right. You can get a good one.
Bobble was the thing when I was in high school.
Now it's like Yonix.
Yeah, it's always something.
Yoni. You know what Yoni is? You steamed my Yoni?
Isn't he a tennis player that played in the U.S.
I
Open
literally
this year?
just named the three that I know.
I think there's a Yannick who played in the U.S. Open this year.
Serena and Venus Williams. Coco Gauff.
Ruski, I think.
Maria Sharapova. No, it's not. Is it Sharapova? Is she
Sharapova?
Is she married to Enrique Iglesias? I can be your hero. That's Anna Kournikova.
Oh,
Anna Kournikova is married.
Maria Sharapova.
She's a tennis player.
She is.
She has to be.
Yeah, and Anna Kournikova is also a tennis player.
She is, and she also is married. Very beautiful woman.
Yeah.
So that's that, and I just wanted to
Who's
come
married
clean.
to Andy Roddick? Brooklyn Decker.
Is she
and she's also a supermodel?
Player?
Nope, she's just a supermodel. I was getting blondes mixed up.
You know what?
They're both beautiful tall blondes.
Since I had this sort of the universe telling me no, and I need to pivot on this situation, I was thinking to myself, what else should I get into? Is this a redirection?
Speaking of rest,
right?
last week,
is this a redirection I should take? Maybe I should get into Formula One racing.
If you do that, I will come with you, and I will also do this.
You know what I didn't realize about this until recently? I guess I kind of knew, but I didn't understand the just sheer amount of money is spent on this sport. They go in and they build a track in the middle of each city, and then they tear it up. They lay asphalt down in the middle of these cities, and they have these tracks are insane.
I thought these tracks already existed.
No, they go in and they build them, and then they tear them up, and then it's like they never were ever there.
And then what do they put there? How is
it's because they build it on top of roads and existing infrastructure of cities. Oh. And if I'm wrong, I don't want to hear it. If I'm wrong, I don't want to hear it. Let me believe this.
That's crazy.
In my mind, in my Donkey Kong mind, they're putting road over road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the way I understand it.
But then wouldn't it be, I would be as the scientist, the woman in STEM that I am, I'd be are some areas of the track more do they give a different vibe?
That's why they go in and they redo it all, because they want to make sure that it's up to the F1 standard. Also, these people, they're zip zap zopping
they're going
through this track.
Yeah.
And what I want in my heart of hearts, let's say I'm going to build my dream bucket list, just add this to the thing.
Okay.
Hold.
Bless you. That was adorable. That was so cute.
1,000 apologies. I want to go to some sort of city where I can watch Formula One from my yacht. I want to be in a boat on the water watching Formula One. Yeah. Or Italy. I think that they do that in Italy.
Let's go to Italy. Forget Miami. Yeah. Get my passport out. Let's go.
And I know that the Formula... Oh, maybe you know this about Formula One. I don't.
I know nothing about Formula One. I know one racer, and I'm losing his name. I want to call him Tommy.
Yeah.
He's a cute man, and he just lost his dog. That's all I know
Aw.
is that he had to put his dog down, and I was liking all because it was so cute. He loves his dog. It was a bulldog, and you know those dogs, those poor dogs, they can't breathe.
They've got some health
They
issues.
can't breathe. Poor babies.
I think though, the way that I equate, now that I like have seen these cars and what they can do and the power behind them, I equate the people that drive them to like horse jockeys, because there's no way these men can be like big, tall, burly men.
They're
And these
small.
They have to be,
They're
right?
small.
To get inside of these
I think
fast
they're below
cars.
6 foot.
They have to be like,
And I think if one is above 6 foot, then he has all the ladies.
period.
Because like I think all these men already do have all the ladies. So imagine if you're 2 inches taller.
You can't be tall and weigh whatever a tall man weighs and also go fast in a Formula One car, right? Like that has to be like a horse jockey thing.
But like that's crazy to me. Then like
Also,
why don't women do it more? Which they do, but women would slay the house down boots. We know how to drive fast and go around curbs.
It's so true.
We might hit them, but we go around them fast.
So that's what the pit crew is there for.
Yeah, fix my tire. Come on.
Are you not?
It's like not your job.
Is that not
Billy?
your job to change my tire?
Or Sammy, if you need it done fast, hire a woman.
Okay, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, shake and bake.
But also, let's rewind for 5 seconds. I want to talk just briefly about horse jockeys. I find them to be disturbing.
I do too.
They're so
That's why I made a face.
small.
They're very small. And not only that, I also think if I'm going to say something that I've just noticed because I thought about this when I taught spin. I like to spend a lot of time out in third, and that's above the saddle. Why? Because I was like, I want to get the most out of this ride.
Also,
right?
if you
And
don't have,
ouchie
that's exactly right. If you don't have a nice amount of time where you're out of the saddle, yes, your quads and your thighs are going to be hurting, but your booty cheeks are going to be thanking you.
Yeah. For 2 reasons. One, because you are working all of your glutes, your minimus, medius, maximus. So that is iconic. And because you're using your thighs as well, you're burning the most calories because those are your 2 biggest muscle groups. So that was my logic about staying out in third as much as possible. Clients hated it. I loved it, but I was doing it with them. So, hey, I don't want to hear it. Anyway, I think of horse jockeys and I go, your gluteus maximus and medius and minimus must be thriving. And I don't think they are. When I look at jockeys, I'm like, And I just thought of this from a science perspective, like a physical, and maybe it's because they're not up there for a long enough time, but you would think like they're, and I don't know, maybe their cores are like insane, but shouldn't they be in like the Sports Illustrated swimsuit? Because they are like literally sitting up in a squat for so many hours. That's what I'm just saying. Like,
I hear you. You're saying that you think their physique should be like
different.
Yes.
And that's not a judgment thing. It's more of a like, I don't understand because what you're doing looks very hard.
So probably
like they're staying on that horse going so fast.
Because they have to stay so small and like a certain weight. I'm assuming that they're not
the muscle.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're not actually working out beyond that, and they're probably not proteining their muscles after,
This makes sense.
Because they do have to stay very extremely tiny.
Yeah, muscle weighs a lot.
And exactly. Okay. Like they need to be light as a feather and stiff as a board because they have to.
You're constantly at a sleepover.
Yeah, for real. They're all floating to the ceiling every day on their horse. They have to. I just feel like the one thing I will say about this, and then we can wrap it up, is I am happy that these men are so small because it makes me feel like the horses have a much lighter load.
Yes, and
there's so much expected out of these poor horses, and the least we can do for them is to put a teeny tiny minuscule man on their backs.
Yeah,
that's the very least we can do.
You're so right about that.
Since we're mistreating them in other ways, let's just go ahead and put a light as a feather, stiff as a board man on the back. Yeah, just someone teeny tiny.
Again, why don't they use women then?
I don't know because historically. The patriarchy sucks.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Why do lead back to like women should be doing?
Also, why do you want to be us so bad?
But also nothing.
Why do you want to be us so bad?
Men literally do.
That
The older I grow up, the more I age and the more I interact with men, I'm like,
Do you know?
you're obsessed.
You're so obsessed. I would be too if I were you. So I don't hold it against you, but like,
Yeah. And to quote Addison Rae, you're obsessed with me, me too. I'm obsessed with me as much as you.
you heard it here first,
Yeah.
last, middle, and all the things.
Yeah, you're obsessed with women. It's fine. I am too.
I
They're amazing. We're amazing.
But wait, there was another freaky sport I was going to bring up
Well,
because
you were
I can't
talking
be a
about
tennis
horse
player
rating.
anymore. Well, we've talked about
Ping
this.
pong? It's a sport.
Sure. Is it an Olympic sport?
It is?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never watched it, but I know it is.
Pickleball an Olympic sport yet?
I don't know. It's about to be if it's not. People love some pickleball.
I don't get it. I mean, no, scratch that. I do get it. I think that it seems like a very fun, like intramural type vibe. Like when you're in college, I could see you being like, I'm going to go play in my intramural pickleball team.
Yeah.
When I see grown up men playing it, it makes me feel like, well, pick up a tennis racket. Just get a tennis racket. Or we're not on a beach where you're like playing paddleball.
Yeah, it seems very paddleball-esque to me, but you know what? I think it is easier on the body, maybe. So older people who want to be outside and play a sport, some people love a team sport.
That's true. And I know it's so popular, so I'm being a hater for no reason, but I am going to be a hater on it because what if what I've heard about it and what I've seen about it is that it's loud. It is a loud sport. Like
Yeah. And you know what? I'm not really down for loud stuff. I get overstimulated very easily.
Don't you think what if
races are loud.
Jockeys also had to play pickleball at the same time on their horses? That's already a sport. You know what that's called? Polo.
That's I was about to say, that's what the rich people do.
That's called polo. And
I like it.
That is what rich people do.
Ralph Lauren, polo.
Wow. Ralph Lauren. Also, I saw recently someone going on a rant about how it's like, it's not Ralph Lauren. He's from America. It's Ralph Lauren. And I'm like,
did I say Ralph Lauren?
Yeah, but I also say Ralph Lauren.
Lauren? But it's Ralph Lauren, I guess. Yeah, I don't care enough. I don't think.
I think Lauren, though, it doesn't have roots. The name Lillian has roots outside of America, so they probably say Ralph Lauren.
I feel like everybody has like, your last name didn't come from here.
I think mine did. Bacon.
Yours actually sounds both.
No, wait, Lord Bacon. That did not. There's like a Lord Bacon who's definitely my ancestor by marriage for sure. Like, I'm definitely now related by marriage to like a lord and a lady. Don't you think? Yeah. Like when you look at me, don't you feel like my lineage like screams
lord and lady?
Screams like elderly English lady. Like like
elderly. No,
I just mean like, no, like you look at me and you can see that in the past, in living inside of me is an English woman that was like a lady.
Oh, beyond
a lady.
I think
of
that's
the night,
fabulous.
But still.
Oh, I didn't expect that. And I was an old babushka somewhere.
You Polish?
An old
Polish
no, I'm German.
German.
So
Deutsch.
Yeah. I don't know. I was someone's. I don't know. I honestly think this is my first time on Earth. It feels like it.
Or alternatively, you were a Stregonona, you know? Ooh. Or it could have been your first time. I don't feel like I have any. Do you think that when you have deja vu, it has anything to do with maybe you feeling a similar, you feeling like something happened in your past life?
A lot. But it's so specific when I get it. Like this happened before. And I've said this before. I might have just said it or it's happened before. On the other hand, with that question, dreams. Sometimes I have dreams and then they come true. And it doesn't have to be a dream. It could be like, I can imagine something's, and I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I can imagine something's going to happen some way and then it does.
Give an example.
Okay, this is a dark example, but it's not dark because...
Oh, your granddad?
My granddad. Yeah. That's like the strongest one.
Right.
But other things have happened like that. Like I can tell myself, like, for example, I'm going to this event. I know I'm going to see X, Y, and Z, even though they have no business being there. and then I'll see X, Y, and Z, and it'll be in the way that I imagined seeing them. That's a little bit looser because that can just happen. But I can have a feeling that I'm going to, or I could think of someone and then I see them. And it's someone that I wouldn't like normally see. And sometimes it's in the exact way that I thought of them.
But I also think that means you just have a very strong intuition. Like you just have a very strong intuition, and that you can tap into, like your feelings are really tied to what could happen in reality. And I feel like that means that you are just connected to what's going on around you. Like
maybe that's it. And it's less about having a past life and more about that, because it does feel like my first time on earth, and I can't stress that enough. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I always love thinking about intuition because it does feel like a superpower. And if you really listen to your intuition and you learn to kind of not hone it, but you learn to trust it. And it's really, intuition to me is really just that gut feeling, the gut feeling you have about anything and everything. And if you learn to listen to it, that intuition is it's creepy cool, you know, like it can be creepy cool. But I think you just have strong intuition, which is powerful.
Yeah, I guess that's it, because I don't think it's a past life when I do think about it, but I do feel like it's because I feel grounded.
Yeah.
Even when I feel like crazy, like what's happening? I feel, okay, well, at least I know I'm in my body and like I know what I want. Even if I don't know what's happening, it's because I have no control over that stuff. But I do know that I feel grounded in me.
Yes.
I don't know if that makes sense.
That does make sense. You're saying that you feel grounded in your own personal reality.
Yes.
And that what is real is actually real, as opposed to you maybe thinking like, is this really happening right now? Like, am I living in an alternate dimension? Like, you're like,
or how do I feel about this? And
yeah.
like, I always know how I feel about something.
Right. Well, that's also you listening to your gut.
Girl.
Your intuition.
Your intuition. Maybe you'll find.
Is that a song?
Yes, it's Shakira. If you can't tell by my hips and
what is the chorus of that song?
Oh, maybe it's Jewel. You mean human, your intuition.
Oh my gosh.
And maybe you'll so follow your baby.
She said
it's Jewel.
That was when she took a left
and she had a
into
on her tooth.
The early 2000s like mainstream pop, and that is exactly what it was.
Yes.
I remember now. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm sorry I said Shakira at first. It was
That's
totally
okay.
Jewel.
They both
it's
have
just that, huh? Yeah, it's that thing in your voice. They sing like that.
They both, and Cher has it too.
Oh,
it's like where you
do you believe
you hold your voice in the back of your throat and you don't let it escape and the air can't get out and you're going to suffocate yourself.
like, I'm like, are you breathing? You know?
I can. I actually love doing that voice sometimes when I'm doing like, I've got to tell you something very serious. When I try to get like a detective. That's my detective voice.
That's kind of like the transatlantic accent kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
But that's a little more breathy. Yeah, but Cher's not that. Like what you're doing, like, is more like a, see, I'm going to tell you.
I'm going to dance. No, I can't dance. Don't make me dance.
Yeah. Please, Daddy, let me go to the dance. Everyone's going to be there, Daddy.
Oh, no, I'm going to, why don't you come upstairs and meet me up there sometime? Like,
yeah, see, I'll take a gin and tonic, see.
Ooh, stop that, you nosy little brown noser.
I'm going to tell my brother what you did to me. Don't worry about me. I'm going to see you at school tomorrow. He's going to punch your nose in. I'm going to tell you.
Tell me, you think about what you've done.
But Daddy, he does love me, Daddy. I promise you. He said he was going to take me away from here. He's going to take me away on the train tomorrow, Daddy, please.
I've already bought my ticket. You can't stop me now. My hair is pinned back and my suitcase is all zooted up with my lingerie.
Oh my God.
She's getting married.
She is.
Even though she's only the sweet age of 16.
But then that's when Cher would come and be like,
do you believe in life after life?
Cher would be like,
girl, get off that train. You don't need no man. You are a rich man,
get
girl.
Get yourself some fringe.
There you go.
Shake your fringe.
And Shakira would say,
oh, baby, don't you let me get you off that train tonight right now. You don't
and
need.
would say, love, I've got my guitar now.
She would say,
and
I hear the clock. Oh, yeah. It's 6 a.m.
Ooh, that was
I feel so far away from where I've been.
Wait, do you guys remember when Jessica Simpson sang that song?
she did not sing that song.
I'm almost sure almost sure.
No.
Guys, so
Jessi Simpson sang that
Jessi
song.
Simpson sang that song, and it is the funniest video. And she's like,
No.
yes.
That's not suitable for her vocal.
What is that song
range.
called?
Dreams I asked for so long, even after I know you were me, so you'll see. I was meant for you, or you were meant for me, and I was made for you.
It is literally, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Jessica Ann Simpson.
Born on July. Like, we're not doing that.
Who will save your soul? Oh, wow, that was
and
also
she
a good
did
one.
it with Ash.
Who will
Or wait, no, she did it with
save your
Jewel.
soul?
Oh, sorry, guys. Oh my God.
Oh, la da 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 da. Oh God.
I'll just give you a little.
Yeah, it would be copyright. Less than 7 seconds.
Wait, that's Jewel. There we go. Okay, play it. Play it, YouTube. Don't be scared. Okay, this isn't it. I'm not going to get demonetized.
My critique for Jessica Simpson has always been one
Her
thing.
mouth.
She's beautiful.
Stunning.
I think she's never gotten the credit she deserves.
Never.
I think that she probably had a similar situation to Britney Spears in the beginning, but it turned out just slightly different for her. But
Absolutely.
I think that she has been through a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My only critique from her, she's always just been a little bit of an over, like the faces she always made. That was my only critique. I do think she also makes great shoes.
Stunning shoes. Also, I just spit a little bit. I'm so sorry. Also,
I just want to recognize though as well that this last 4.5 to 5 minutes have been absolutely unhinged from where we've bebopped around to.
Who will save her soul?
I don't know.
Anna Kournikova? Will it be
Not
you?
Maria Sharapova.
Nope. Not your tennis coach.
Oh my God, Hailey Grace.
He won't. Neither will our past lives.
My tennis coach is not going to save me. Then who
He
will?
won't save me either. He's not going to save any of these.
Oh my God. He can
Oh my Lord.
lose my number.
Lose my number. Lose my name. Lose my number.
Listen. Oh my gosh, that was a lot. Now I just feel I'm a little sweaty after all that transatlantic
What do you mean?
drama. Yeah.
What do you mean that made you sweat? Of course it did.
You kind of have like a Kristen Wiig thing going on too when you're doing that in a good way.
Because you have to. You have to
Yeah.
get your jaw out there a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Whiten your teeth before you do it. That's for sure.
Oh my gosh. I feel like lately all I've been seeing are people that have been getting composite bonding. And now I'm like,
What's
do I
that?
want to get composite bonding? It's where you take, it's not a veneer, but you take like a bond paste that can be hardened and cured. I'm sure my friend who's actually a dentist right now is rolling over and screaming, and then they mold it to your actual tooth and then they cure it with like a light, like maybe a UV lamp. And then it's just,
It whitens it.
it just sits there. It's kind of like it just sits on top of your real tooth and it just like makes it look perfect and shiny and very white. And I've been seeing people get it and I'm like, do I want to get a composite bonding on my teeth?
Here's my thing with dental work in general. And this is my thing. And it can look really good. It can look so good you don't even notice it. And that's the best kind, right? Sometimes, and maybe I'm just thinking of veneers. Maybe I know nothing. But sometimes it looks like fake teeth.
But if you get them done by the right people, then they look good.
But if
they
you
can
get
look
'em-
really good.
And also, I don't know.
I think I'm just at an age where I am really just trying to better myself in
Yeah.
all aspects. And so I'm going to be honest with you here. I'm going to level with everyone here. I have been picking myself apart. And I think that it's just an age. I think that I will get over it. I'm not actually going to do half the things I tell people I'm going to do. I tell people, anyone that wants to listen to me talk about it, I'm going to pull this here and tuck that there and sew that up over there. I'm not really going to do all that stuff. Maybe one or two of those stuffs. But I think that I'm just at an age where, again, I think that this will pass, but I'm very critical of my appearance right now. And it boils down to the fact that sometimes you wake up in the morning and you go, I look different. I didn't know I was going to look different today, because guess what? You can't control the way you age. And that's okay. Also, I don't think I'm fuggles. Like,
You're not.
that's not what I'm saying. And I'm also not saying that looks are the most important thing in the world. They're not. You have to have a dazzling personality. That's the whole point of this podcast. But you do sometimes, I think, get to a space where you're just a little critical of yourself. And that's just where the composite bonding was coming, where I'm just being a little critical. I've got chompers. They work perfectly fine.
Beautiful teeth.
They're not, they are
also,
they're
teeth
straight.
Make you unique. It's kind of like the nose. I think when you start changing the nose and the teeth, then you start looking less like yourself.
I know.
And I want to look like myself. I want to look pretty, but I also want to look like myself. And I think I can look like myself and look pretty. And I think everybody can in their own way.
It's true.
But I also think everybody has their own journey. But I do go back to this all the time when I think about, because I think just being a woman, so like in general, we're hypercritical of ourselves. And we're constantly like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. And I feel that pretty big. I don't know if this helps, but I do know that like there's always a point where like you're blinded, right? Like what you're kind of saying is like, you're like, I'm in this mode where I'm picking myself apart. But what happens if you take it too far and then you can't reverse it? And then you don't look like yourself.
Then you start to look like a cat.
And you look like you look at your family and you look like no one. And you're like, who am I? And then you're like, because that was a moment that I was feeling that. And that moment maybe it lasted a year, but now the year's up and I'm feeling normal again. And now I'm like, oh gosh, I can't take this back. That's what I try to remind myself when I'm like, tomorrow I'm getting a boob job, a butt job, a stomach job, and I've never done that. I've never actually said that.
Stomach job.
But I do think all the time, I'm like, let's like, I've talked about this. Like, I'm going to shave my jaw. I want a jaw. I want to cut jaw. I don't know how to fix that. But I think I might regret it because sometimes I do look at when the procedures are done on strangers that I don't know. And I'm like, oh, I can tell that it's like not a real, like natural. And I was like, I think I just want to look perfect. And that's just not reality. You're never going to look perfect, even if you have all the things done.
We've talked about this before. And I take my own advice often, which is this is not like your final form of your beauty is not when you're 18 years old, you're 24 years old, you're 34 years old, when you're 44 years old. Like each person's their peak of their beauty doesn't necessarily have to be tied to youth. Like your peak beauty does not have to be tied to youthfulness in the literal sense. And so I think about that often. And I also think often to your point about like a lot of this stuff's not reversible. And also I don't want to not look like me. And also if I did want to do something, it would be because I'm like, oh God, I can't see anymore because my eyelids are so droopy. Let me get that fixed. Like I'm all for that kind of a thing. But I think bottom line is that I have a kid and I want my kid to love herself ferociously. Yeah. And I want her to love herself. And I'm like, how the hell am I going to be over here nipping and tucking? And then in the same breath, tell her that there's nothing that she needs to do to herself. She is perfect and also gorgeous. How's she going to believe me? How's she going to believe me? Because I grew up thinking my mom was the most beautiful woman in the entire world, without a shadow of a doubt. That was so beautiful. And then she would definitely speak negatively about herself in front of me, especially like around this age. I remember around the age that I'm at now, it kind of started, and she would be critical and nitpick herself. And I would be like, you're crazy. Yeah. But then at the same time, she would tell me,
I totally relate.
Like, oh no, you're perfect the way you are. Like, don't and I'm like, lady, I think that way about you.
Yeah. I specifically remember my mom living off cottage cheese and then like sometimes having Cheerios. Like I remember her being like very Weight Watching, and she would comment on things like her thighs and her belly. And guess what? I have the same build as my mom. So and even as a little girl, I did. Like, I'm straight up and down, just like my mom. We have athletic thighs, and now my mom's little legs are like this because she's just so little. And I mean, I'm not mad because my mom was just being a girl here for the first time herself. But I do think about that and I'm like, I will do my best to never do that to my daughter because I feel myself feeling the things that my mom felt about her body, the same way about my body. It's the same things. I'm like, my thighs, my stomach, my straight up and down hips. Like I'll do all these things to myself that my mom did to herself. And I'm like, oh, I can never pass that on. Mm-hmm. And she did not mean, I'm not blaming my mom.
No.
She was just being a girly girl.
And also, I think that they heard their mom say it about themselves. And like, there was probably less awareness of why that's bad in terms of like in mainstream media. I think we all kind of like cognitively, it's bad to talk negatively about yourself, period. But now there's more information out there about how what you say really does impact your brain and also impacts like the people around you and blah, blah, blah. But the one thing too that you saying about the cottage cheese just sparked this for me. Well, I was going to say, I eat so much, but I love it. Me too. But
she wasn't eating it because she loved it.
Right. But it made me, I read this woman's article about how she weighs a lot of her food. She has a food scale at home and weighs a lot of her food. And her daughter was asking her, why do you do that? Like, why do you do that? And her answer was so awesome. She was basically saying to her daughter, I use this as a way to make sure that I'm fueling my body with all the nutrients, and used it as a way to teach her daughter about nutrients and about what protein is and carbohydrates and vitamins and certain things that different foods have. And so she's like, when I weigh my food on this food scale, I'm ensuring that I'm getting X, Y, and Z of all these nutrients and these minerals and these vitamins that I need in this food. And this scale is a tool for that, as opposed to being able to say something like, well, I'm only allowed to have this much of this like food.
Wording it. But it's also like, and I'm sure she sounds like she is actually very much being from a healthy mindset.
Well, this woman is also she's like a bodybuilder, like so she literally,
because I was about to say the other thing is like the obsession over your looks or over food, because honestly it makes, I notice this like when I'm with girlfriends and we're like all circling, the Mean Girls scene where they're like, oh, my nail beds suck. My ends are so dead. Mm-hmm. And they look at like Katie and they're like, hello, say something bad about yourself. And she's like, I have really bad breath in the morning, ? Yeah. Like, and they're like, ew, yeah. And they like turn around and they just go about their business. I notice when I'm with friends and we're doing that to ourselves, or something happens where someone says something about the way they look or what they need to do to look the way they want to look. And then I immediately go to like, I want to make them feel better. So I'll be like, I also can't. And I do that because I want them to feel better. But then I realize it negatively affects me because I'm like, oh, I do need to do that. Like, that's something I guess I feel.
As opposed to what I have only ever noticed you say, that's not true. And like moving it along. I also think that like you do that
because I've thought about that, because I've realized I've said I've gone in on myself, and then I don't think what am I doing to all of us?
Well, like, I don't think you and I have ever let one another go down that path when we've maybe said something negative about ourselves. I think you and I both go to each other like, no, we're not doing that today. But that's also because I think you and I know that that's just not the road we are willing to take. It's not the road that we're willing to take, because we need to be practicing what we're preaching. And not only here on this platform that we have, but also like for the people in our lives that like might be around us, listening to us, and hold us to a different standard than maybe like, other people do. But
I was just talking to a friend this weekend about that. Sometimes the love I give is harsh, because I'll be like, we can't talk like that. Like, or say like, that's not productive. First of all, it's not true. And I'll just cut it off. And sometimes it feels like to the other person that I'm cutting them off and not validating their very real feelings that they're having. But what I'm trying to do is stop a spiral, because I think And I think about this in so many levels, and it happens a lot when I'm with actors and we'll be talking about the industry and there's an AI actress about to get shined, blah, 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 and they just like go down this dark path when really, why are you even thinking about that? AI is going to happen and we're going to have to deal with it the way we have to deal with it. And yeah, it stinks, but like, let's see if we can use this as a tool that's going to help us. And also, what are you doing for you? And I think sometimes that can bother other actors because they feel as if I'm cutting them off. But when really I'm just trying to get them to say, okay, like, is your reel updated? Are you in a class? Like, how are you inspiring your own career? Why are we down the spiral? And it can be the same with women and our looks and beauty. Okay, you don't feel good. Have you been going out on walks outside and like looking at nature and also getting exercise? Like what are we doing? Let's stop the spiral and see if there's a way we can healthily fix it.
But to your point, sometimes people do want to not be stopped.
Oh, and people love to be sad sometimes.
And they want company.
Yeah, and I can't do it. I can't do it for my career because I know my career is going to be fine and it's going to be very successful. And I don't know about my beauty, but I know I'm going to love myself.
But there is something different between wanting company in your sadness and then wanting reassurance from a friend. And those are two different things.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to vent. And I'm like all ears for venting and like fully support. I always love a vent sesh, but it has to be rooted in a place of like, okay, how are we going to be productive after this?
I think jobs like what we were talking about, like being a horse jockey or being like a Formula One player or even a tennis player, an athlete, a job like an athlete, where there's so much emphasis placed on how your body looks, but it's because of the performance that you need to deliver. That's so interesting because it's different than I think what we normally talk about in terms of, let's say your career, your model. So like your body's going to be picked apart for different reasons than if you were a professional boxer or you were an athlete. Like your body needs to be in a different condition and there's going to look different. So all that to say, we're damned if we do, we're damned if we don't in a lot of ways about the way that we like view our body. Everybody has different, requires different things of their body as well. Like your body
ties back to your mind. Like when I'm thinking of modeling or acting or any kind of performing, your mind's got to be right.
Yeah.
Or you're going to be crazy and you're never going to get a job because you're miserable to be around.
You can't, I think,
or be the best actor.
You can't
or model.
Tie your self-worth back to your body. Obviously, if you're in any of these jobs or just if you're just a regular human being, don't tie your self-worth back to your body. I think the biggest thing that I have come to reconcile with the older that I've gotten is that my body is not my currency anymore. And maybe at some point in my life it was, in terms of the things that I got, the opportunities that I got, and being honest, like not that I was ever doing anything with my body that was like,
but we're women.
But the opportunities in terms of like being in shape or like being young, like my body was a part of my package. When you get to a certain age, your body stops being that currency and you fight it. And as opposed to embracing it, you tend to fight your body more than you did in the past. And so once you kind of let go of the fact that my body is not part of like the package anymore, it's actually quite freeing, because then you start to realize that the package was always
the inside,
mind and spirit.
Yeah.
That's always the package. And when you can let go of the body being like what is helping you to achieve things, whether it's, mental or physical, it's really very freeing.
Yeah.
Also,
your aging body can be a part of your package. And I've noticed that I really think about that a lot for acting purposes, because I can get down a dark spiral of like, I've missed it. I can't be a high schooler in a rom-com anymore. I guess career's over. When I've never played a high schooler in a rom-com before. I don't know why I thought that was my journey. But you assume it has to happen at this point or it's never going to happen. Not true. Also, the more and more I watch TV now, I'm seeing older women who are much older than me, like much older, using their age as like it is a part of the storyline in such a beautiful and strong and an important way. And they are leads and they are doing great work. And I think at some point you just have to say, I'm embracing all of it when at the stage it's at right now.
Yeah. I think that just applies for everybody, everything, whether you are an executive at an important company or you are the executive of your house or of your kids or like whatever it is. Like, that I think that applies everywhere. Let's just all make a vow to be nice to our bodysuits. Also, it's a bodysuit. Like my friend Morgan and I from a young age, like in our 20s, would refer to our bodies as bodysuits because it's so crazy.
in there.
It's just crazy to think that we just hyper focus on the way that this body looks, but it's a suit for your insides. Like what?
It is so weird. I don't like thinking about it.
I
It makes
know.
me think of the game Operation.
Blech.
Why was he awake?
Well, I think it's
Why
because
did he have
trusts.
a big red nose?
I think it's because
he was awake.
He
on the
trusted
boat.
you so much that you weren't going to hurt him that he didn't think he needed
And
anesthesia.
I did hurt him. I hurt him bad.
He trusted you every time. He said, "Oh, doc, I don't
would
need
scream.
I don't need any anesthesia because you're not going to hurt me, right?" And we'd be like, "No, I'm going to use these tweezers. I'm not going to hurt at all,
And I'm going to take out your hand bone.
and it's not going to hurt at all." And then you'd zip him, and then he would light up his nosy.
yeah.
Did you
But
ever?
his face was always like this. Like already. So he knew it was going to hurt.
I got Scooby-Doo last Christmas. This game called Greedy Granny.
That sounds
And
fun.
it's kind of like Don't Wake Daddy, but it's Greedy Granny. And you put cookies in her lap and you have to twist this crank on every turn. And then it'll tell you what cookie to get. And then the random crank will wake up Greedy Granny.
You got to get it before.
She shoots up out of that recliner. She's laying down in a recliner with a basket of cookies in her lap. And then when you crank it, I shit my pants the first time I saw it. It was so scary. Her eyes fly open and she shoots up out of a
Scooby like
recliner.
this?
Yeah, she thought it was hilarious.
Oh, cool.
But I just like that game, Greedy Granny.
Greedy Granny is funny.
It's like kind of like
like it.
Operation.
I love that.
So what do you want for Christmas?
A grip.
Also, are you thinking about anything you're going to be for Halloween?
Oh my goodness. So J-Dog and I were talking about this. J-Dog loves Halloween. Almost too much. I love holidays and I love dressing up. I love a theme. I love a themed party. And Halloween is essentially a themed party. We are obsessed with the show Peacemaker, films in Atlanta. And you know who you are, who casts it?
Who's in it?
John Cena.
Oh.
Also, just the ensemble cast that they have is so good, so fun. Also, the movement they have in the intro song. Just watch the intro credits. You're gonna be like, gotta watch the show.
Okay.
It is like, it reminds me of movement theater. It's so good. It's so funny. It's so light, but it's also somehow wraps you in and you believe all of it. John Cena, by the by, incredibly good. So good in this show. And I'm always like, wait, did you just make me tear up? John Cena, you can't see me? John Cena, I can see you and I see you. You're killing it. Great job. Can't wait to be on the show. So we're talking about maybe doing something from that.
Okay,
Or
I like
maybe
that.
doing something from Harry Potter, since we watch all the Harry Potter movies several times a year. We'll just start it in the middle of one and we'll just giggle and we'll be like,
I've never seen a full Harry Potter movie.
you really ought to. I know whole scenes by heart at this point.
All I need to know is what I
He's
know.
going to sacrifice himself. No, you can't.
Yeah.
There must be another way.
That's all I know. And
Do you
that's
wanna
all I
stop
need to
Snape
know.
from stealing that stone or not? Harry, it's you that has to steal the stone. I know it. Not me, not Hermione. You.
That's all I need to know about it.
No, it's so good. It's so much fun. And then we watched the other movies there's something about there's like magical dragons and stuff in it. And it was good, but it wasn't Harry Potter. So I don't know, maybe something from that.
Okay, I like that. I like that it's real people. Like I like that it's like I like
usually
that.
do real people.
I like that.
Yeah.
One of my best costumes. I think I've got two that stood out for me over the years. One is I was Cher from Clueless with my friend in college, and that was just
That's
it's
perfect
just very
for you.
important to me. It was a very makeshift costume because I didn't have the funds to buy the little yellow plaid outfit. If I could do it again, I would just invest.
Yeah.
You know. And then second, one year I was Kim Zolciak.
Wait, do you have photos of that?
I'm gonna try to find. I
Okay,
blew up
I'm
2 balloons
obsessed.
and put them under my dress.
Yes.
I bought a cheap, long synthetic wig, blonde wig, and I just carried around a microphone and I would tidy for the party,
and you had a cig in one hand.
and I had a cig in the other, baby. Yeah.
She is hilarious.
So that was a good one.
I love that.
Yeah, that was it.
I think my favorite costume that I've ever been is Post Malone, and I did it 2 years in a row. But those tattoos were a biznatchy to get off.
Yeah, and that's a commitment.
Yeah, and I carried around a fake cig all night, and like
You had to.
I had a full like. It's a good costume.
It is a really good costume.
It was a good costume.
It's a really good one.
That was my best probably. It was Post Malone.
I can tell you what I'm not going to be anyone from, and that's from Hunting Wives. I watched one episode of that show. I need to know what's wrong with all y'all. I need to know what is wrong with all of y'all. I can't even bring myself to go to episode number 2.
Really?
What is wrong with y'all?
I've heard like very mixed bag reviews. I read a few scenes from it because I auditioned for the show, and I really wanted to be on the show because I like look at, and this was before the show happened, so I didn't know who was attached really. I also, didn't know the full storyline. I didn't have enough time to read the book before, but I heard some people said it was a little freaky frack, but other people said they really liked it.
It is freaky frack. And I'm not saying I'm not ever going to watch more episodes, but
If I'm
watched
in
this
next season, would you watch it?
If you're in it, I'm going to watch
if I'm
it.
making out with Brittany Snow, I don't know.
I'm going to close my eyes, but I'm going to leave the sound on. But I really, I just need, I'm not saying I'm not going to watch it. Now that I've watched it, I'm kind of like, but high level here, what is wrong with all y'all? If you are into it, we need to have a group therapy sesh, and I need you to really think long and hard about what is wrong with you. It's a freaky
really
show.
Loved it. It got picked up for a second season.
I know.
Quick.
It's so freaky.
Okay, Peacemaker's not like that. Peacemaker is freaky, but in like a superhero way. It is superheroes, but it's DC. It's like Hard Knocks or Misfits.
I like John Cena.
I feel you're gonna love him. You're gonna love everybody in it. Everybody is so good.
Any interview I've seen with him is just a human being. I think that he's a decent human being.
Like a very good human.
He and The Rock, I feel like that would make a dynamic duo buddy comedy. I'd watch that.
Gosh. Yeah.
I would really watch
Invite me
that.
to the show. I'm there.
Again, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. This is me asking you on this day. If you would like to come on this podcast, I'm here for you. And I respect your family and I respect your
Lauren.
wife, but also respectfully, you're fine to me.
And Papa to it to us, Poppy.
But
And
respectfully.
that's about like talk to us.
Right.
On the pod.
I respect you and
I
your
don't
family.
mean anything derogatory by saying Papa to it to me, Poppy.
I do.
She does.
I absolutely do.
I
She
don't.
doesn't, but I do.
I don't.
But
I respect the hustle.
I respect you and your family.
Especially
Disrespectfully and respectfully at the same time.
you.
Anyway,
Admires.
you know, my friend's trying to really help me out. I don't need any help. I know what I'm saying.
I know what I'm saying.
I
Daddy, I know what wait, what is this voice?
Daddy. Wait, we have to get back in transit.
Daddy, wait, that's got southern.
Wait, Daddy, you have to know, Daddy, he's the one for me. I'm going to get this train, Daddy, and we're going to go together. We're going to fly away to the moon.
Daddy, take me away if you must. But I love this man.
There you go.
And he's never loved me more than anyone's
you
ever
go.
loved me again.
You got to really channel. You're channeling Judy Garland right there. That was good.
That's it.
Yeah.
Why don't you meet me upstairs sometime? How about that?
Big boy.
Big boy.
Also, what a freaky like compliment, term of endearment.
Big boy.
Big boy. Like,
And you would say that to The Rock. You would say, "How you doing, big boy?" He's like, how tall is he? I wonder. This is an easy Google, but I don't want to know. I do want to know. I did.
no,
ask.
I do. Ask the internet really quick.
I'm gonna ask.
Can I guess? I'm gonna say he's 6'3".
That actually makes sense.
I think he's 6'3".
I
think he's 6'3".
How tall is Papa Tui?
How tall?
Oh my gosh, guys!
I also just like I have not stopped using the body wash. Like it's the only
Which
body
one
wash
do
I
you
use.
do?
I do Coco Coconut Rush or something like that, I think.
6'4".
That's perfect.
That's taller than I thought. Honestly, because when you watch, like, John Cena to me seems shorter because of his build and because of the
How tall
shape.
is he?
But I remember I looked it up and I was like, oh, he didn't look that tall.
Okay.
But he is that tall.
Okay. But that makes sense. They need to be larger than life for their past.
Jewel is 5'6". She's my height. Sorry.
She is the clock. 5'6". You're 5'6"?
Yeah.
Okay. He's
6'1",
6'1".
but he looks 5'6" in
Okay.
the show because he's so big.
Because he's jacked.
He's jacked AF.
He could never be a jockey.
No. He would break that horse's
He would
back.
need 2 horses, one for each leg.
Yeah.
They would have to really.
You need 3.
Yeah.
One for his caboose.
One for his Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
That's so true. It's so true.
Also, so funny to call a buttocks
A donkey.
a donkey or a caboose. Also, a buttocks.
Buttocks. I don't like that. A buttocks? Absolutely not.
Made that up.
I don't know. I'm not going to call it that. A buttocks.
But that's why we call it a butt.
I know, but I don't. No, I'm
What
not
are
saying
other
buttocks.
words for butt besides the A word? Like
Your donkey, your caboose, your bottom, your fanny.
Fanny is so funny.
In the UK, fanny is a different thing. Fanny is your front butt. Yeah.
Also, growing up, my
Oh,
dad
my
called
Lord.
toilet paper tutu paper,
Ugh, I don't like that.
and I didn't realize how disturbing. But I'll be like, I'll be at someone's house and I'll say something of the sort of, "Oh, you're almost out of tutu paper," and I'm obviously being silly goofy.
Right.
I'm not being like, I'm going to the ladies' room. No, well, also that's not that weird. But I'm being.
You wouldn't
I'm
go
being
up to
funny.
someone and say, "Hi, excuse me, I just have
I'm
to let you
looking for
know.
tutu paper.
Do you have the tutu paper?"
No, yeah, not like when you say potty. Like, I gotta go potty because you're used to talking to kids. No, not like that. It's I'm being silly goofy, but people will be disturbed because they think of front butt,
They do think of the front butt. I think of front butt.
which awful. So I guess I gotta stop. Fanny is
Fanny.
so funny.
Fanny.
Fanny is funny.
Yeah, your fanny. Your what else do we call your butt? Your
Your
badonk.
badonk. That's like not your donkey. We already said that. Your
Badonk.
your backside. That's not that funny. Your peach.
Your
Your juicy J.
potch.
I don't know.
Potch. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Fanny might be the home run.
Fanny is so funny, guys.
So then your Fanny.
And don't
I'd
you
rather
just
die.
love it when simple things are funny? Especially these days, I'm like, I love a stupid, silly, funny thing like a fanny.
But I don't know. When I think about all these words, I'm like, they have different levels of butt. Like you like
Butt
on the scale of butts, like
Yeah, if you
Each one
really
of
mean I'm
these-
talking about your butt, I'm going to say,
but like a fanny on the scale of butts is probably like a flatter type of situation. Like maybe I might have a fanny, unfortunately, like a flatter thing.
oh.
But if you've got like,
I wasn't thinking that
but if
way.
you've got like a donkey, like you are rocking.
You got that ace.
You rocking with it
Yeah.
back there, and like
And I said ace.
like I think that
A-C-E.
I think that that's like you are. There's just a scale, right? Like
There-
of what you can
I
call
see
your
what you're
your,
saying.
your booty.
I thought you meant the serious in which we're calling it. Like when we're talking about the jockeys, I'm saying,
They got fannies. They're flat.
okay, but I was thinking of more intensity of like, I was thinking glutes. Also glutes. That's funny. If I'm like, take a seat on your glutes.
On your glute,
That's funny.
your haunches, your your hindquarters.
hindquarters is hilarious. You almost said nether region, which that is
Nether
French,
region.
but I
That
think-
is your front butt
yeah,
for
that's
sure.
not
Like
back butt.
if I'm going to tell you something's going on with my nether regions, it's the downstairs mix up. That's also another thing.
Downstairs mix up is
But
so funny. Also,
But that's also front butt.
when
Your
you-
downstairs mix up.
like people said in explicit trigger warning, bumping uglies.
Bumping-
That is the worst thing you could ever say.
That is
That sounds
so.
like the worst curse word I've ever
Well,
heard.
nowadays kids say, I don't even
What
think
do
I can
they
say this.
it?
I don't think I can say it. They
Whisper
say,
it to me.
yeah,
I'd
I'll
like-
whisper it to you.
Say that again. That's heinous.
That's what they say.
We're not going to say
bumping
it.
uglies. I know.
Yeah.
But that's what the kids say. I Urban Dictionary things so often because I cannot keep up.
I
cannot
either.
keep up.
I saw MINML the other day.
MIMML.
MINML.
Okay.
And it stands for Morning in My Life.
Oh.
I don't know why it took me like
Morning in My Life.
and I still couldn't find it. I looked it up on Urban Dictionary and it was like music blah blah blah, like music intentional blah blah blah. It was something crazy and I was like, that's not what this girl is saying. What is she saying?
You know what I don't like that I think is especially heinous, Law and Order SVU, is saying that someone
Special
is
victims.
well, no, saying that someone is chopped. And you're saying that they're ugly.
Oh,
You're calling someone chopped, like they're chopped up.
Wait, they say that
Yes.
on SVU?
No, I'm just saying like this is
Oh.
especially heinous. Like to call
Oh.
someone this would be especially
Especially heinous
heinous.
crime, yeah.
Yes, a crime is
that's
calling
mean.
someone chopped, like they're chopped up. Oh, that's so rude.
Yeah, because chopped and screwed means like we're messed up.
Right.
Right?
Like but like if you say, so saying you're screwed would be saying you're cooked. Like I'm cooked. That
okay,
means I'm
yeah.
screwed.
Yeah.
But saying you're
But people
chopped,
say chopped and screwed. They're like, we're chopped and screwed.
well, that would mean I'm ugly and screwed.
Oh, dang.
So say they'd be
But
like
this
they're
is an
so
old phrase because T-Pain had a song called Chopped and Screwed.
well. The way that the kids are using now is instead of being like you're ugly, they're saying you're chopped. You're chopped up.
That's harsh.
That's so mean.
That is harsh.
I don't like it.
You know what someone said to me one time? They said, you look scrambled. I thought they meant my face looked scrambled up.
What do they mean?
They meant I'm scrambled.
Oh, like you're like
Hectic. I look manic. I look
Got
not
it.
manic, but like crazy.
like just a little bit like all over the
Rushed.
place.
Yeah, all
Got
over the
it.
place.
But they meant your face looks
and
scrambled up.
I
Or you
like-
thought they did.
Well, I think they meant that.
That's rude.
And I said,
I'm not an egg.
apparently, I started.
I might
off
be
as
chopped, but I'm not scrambled. And let's get that very
I'm
clear.
sunny side up.
And you know what?
Burn.
I know that my tennis coach looked at me and said that my tennis game was chopped. And this is my final thought of the day. I'm going to prove not even him wrong. I'm just going to prove to myself that I've got what it takes. Durner, dur, durner, dur, durner, dur.
Okay, but here's the thing. That guy was so harsh. I can't get over it. I'm not over it.
I'm over it. We have to move on. We have to go beyond it, and we have to practice. I need you to find your freaking tennis racket. I need you to meet me on the court up
Okay.
here in your play, and you got to help me play
Okay.
because you actually played at a
played.
point in your life.
But I feel like I'd be so bad now. I can still serve.
Hailey, when I hit the ball, don't know. I never know where it's going. I
Okay.
never know where the ball is going. It's always a surprise to me
Okay.
where the ball goes.
Okay, I can help you there.
Great. That'd be much appreciated.
I can definitely help.
With that, please rate, review, subscribe. Please pass this on to a tennis loving friend.
Or The Rock.
Or
Dwayne
or
Johnson.
John
Pop it
Cena.
to it.
John
Or
Cena.
Or
A jockey, a horse
jockey.
jockey, or an F1 Formula One driver, or anyone that you think might like it. And we love you. We have fun with you, and we will see you next Thursday.
Janine, take us home, sis. Ah.